Well, it is so lovely to start the day with a good deal of sunshine outside, checking out the live view. This looks out over Muskegon and the Pierhead, and I'll tell you, after last week's deep freeze, you can certainly see the impact along the lakeshore. Downtown Holland visibility is great. The sunshine is definitely just such a nice treat, really through every corner of West Michigan. A live view looking out over Ravenna, downtown Grand Rapids, looking out over the Medical Mile, and of course the Ford Freeway. And as we take one final step, this takes us to the US 131 Ford Freeway interchange through the heart of the city. And as you can see, traffic moving along very smoothly on what for the most part is simply dry pavement on the main roads. We're in the 20s and upper 20s to low 30s outside right now. Winds are going to be a huge part of the weather story today. Feels like readings this morning are holding steady in the single digits and teens, and winds will be on the increase, will continue to be on the increase over the next several hours. Currently, we've got sustained winds out of the southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And some higher gusts already. And in fact, as we head through the late morning and early afternoon hour, we'll have gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour. And as a result of that, we do have a high wind advisory that will kick into effect just minutes from now and will be in effect through 8 o'clock this evening. So the high wind advisory, that's the big part of the weather story. Also a little light snow, not impossible. We do have a clipper system dropping through that really isn't going to amount to a whole lot from a precipitation standpoint, but certainly not impossible to see a little bit of light snow. Majority of that will track across the central and northern part of the state. We have a couple more systems coming through between now and late Wednesday. Each of those will have the potential to produce a little bit of light snow, but none of them should produce a huge impact here across the central and southern part of the state. In fact, northern lower Michigan could see the bullseye of as much as 6 to 10 inches or more of snow. Cadillac, Traverse City, and points northward. And here across the central and southern part of the state, a light dusting to perhaps an inch or two at the very most in totality with these systems between now and later on Wednesday. So your 7-day forecast is going to shape out like this. The wind, the big part of the weather story today, little light snow, not impossible later tonight into early tomorrow. Temps tonight drop down into the teens once again. So if there is a little bit of light precip, could be a little slippery tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, most of the day dry, cloudier than today, though. We will see the chance of some light snow later in the day north and east of Grand Rapids. By Wednesday, just a few isolated flurries or snow showers. Thursday and Friday, lots of sunshine around, and notice the temperatures. Our average highs are still in the low 30s, so we're actually going to be above average with those temperatures right through the end of the week and into the weekend. Saturday kicks off the month of February, and we have the potential to see some freezing rain or an icy combination of moisture with the next system that'll be coming into play late Friday night into Saturday. Sunday, of course, Groundhog Day. As we take a look at the 8 to 14-day outlook, I want to point something out to you. Colder than average temperatures. This takes us through the middle of the first week, or the second week of February. Colder than average temperatures across the northwestern part of the United States. Warmer than average temperatures from the mid-Atlantic states down to the Gulf Coast. And this particular storm track actually does favor some of those icy events with the moisture coming up, the colder air locked into the north, and seeing that combination create the potential for freezing rain or that sloppy, slushy rain-snow combination. So that's something we're going to be monitoring for you over the next several days. But at least in the short term, the big story today is that powerful wind.